Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on the blogger site, and on Patreon for extra support and any kind of updates and the such. I usually go on Twitter X, mainly regarding live streams. It's a little bit late. I have to re-upload the video, so my ideas was going to be not as the original one. I had some audio issues I just noticed as I recording. I wanted to check out if the audio was okay on my previous published gaming news stuff there. The audio was botched. It was echoey. I don't know why, but I did manage to solve the situation. So that's why I'm doing this re-upload episode here. So without further ado, again, the usual stuff. I will be launching a channel update later today. I will have all the information regarding channel updates on that one. So let's go to the news. I remember covering this again. We got some probably some rumors of why the Ryzen 9000 series CPUs were delayed. Probably, at least according to this JD, which is a retailer on China, probably was something regarding the SoC packaging. Again, I think this is mainly the final stage of the CPU, which is basically assembling everything. So the chips, the memory stuff, and everything, and all these things. I think something went wrong on the Q&A that did pass through with some issues. I will suppose on the first batch or something like that, and the first internal testing. I don't know, AI, not IIB, system integrators or something like that. Noticed that was some kind of performance issue, was reported back to the AMD, and then probably they took the decision of putting everything to so everybody could return back the batches and confirm that if they are properly on up and up in terms of performance and all that jazz, and see if they had some issues. That's why this is my assumption here regarding this article here. That's probably what happened there. I will have to assume that for the moment being, given that we don't have official information from AMD what the issue was at specifically, even though they declared that there was an issue regarding the launch of the CPUs there. Nothing much was given in terms of information regarding that. Overall, I think this is the best decision that they could take at this moment in time, not only given the Intel debacle that is happening now with the 13 and 14 Gen just completely fucked up that situation. It's preferable for them to delay, even if it was like a month or so, and reconfirm that everything is on track to be launched properly, than to have like something that like a botch launch, that the CPU, the first and the initial batch was not up to the snuff regarding performance and like the clocks, or having some kind of other issues that might compromise the final buyer, and then having all the RMA process, and again all the bad publicity that might occur, given that we have the compounding situation with the Intel CPUs. But yeah, at this moment, no official information. We'll have to wait for AMD to hopefully give us after the launch is done, to have some more proper information regarding what happened there. But I think the most likely we will never know, unless there is some insider, some leak inside from AMD telling us what happened there. Regarding games, we got the new version of Hunt Showdown, which is now the Hunt Showdown 1896. It gets an official release date, which is 15 on August. It's kind of an update. It will bring a new biome with 16 or whatever unique compounds. I will assume unique maps, or like variations. I don't know exactly how this game works. It's not a game that I played or know too much about. I know it's a PvP. Usually it's not my kind of game. My main interest in this is regarding how the state of CryEngine is at this moment in time. We have the information that the CryEngine is updated to 5.11 at least, and it will upgrade the game, all the audios and the visual stuff there to this level. The bad thing, or in this case, is this generation update will not be playable on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Again, I will assume they don't have the enough power to process the engine itself and all the new effects and all that jazz. But yeah, other than that, it seems that the game will receive an automatic update, including all the previous progress and purchases and all that jazz. So there will be no issue regarding that. It's again, we'll have to wait and see. I hope the CryEngine gets a little bit more, I don't know, market, mainly because of the market competition thingy there, especially on game engines. Even though we don't, we have uh, more proprietary engines, like the mainframe. Sorry, the more general and game engine framework that it is. Usually, the most well known is Unreal Engine. Then you got Unity, but Unity got that shit show that happened a few months ago. A lot of people stopped developing on that. Some of them still use it, but yeah, the pricing scheme was a complete shit show for them a few months ago. You don't have a lot of competition regarding that, like general, any kind of developer can, without developing their own game engine, basically don't have, at least well known, except for Unreal Engine and Unity. And I hope that the CryEngine might enter in the market in that way. It would be good to see, because we got good engines, especially from Capcom. Uh, yeah, Capcom, which is the Resident Evil ones, the Resident Evil engine. It's pretty good, pretty competent. We got the thing with Dragon's Dogma 2, but I don't think it's an engine thing. It's more about how they coded the game there. I think any kind of engine with all the AI routines that they are coded into the game, I don't think the engine itself is the something to blame with. But it's a good example that that engine can be suitable for open world games. Given that the Resident Evil games are more linear in that sense, there are more like open area stuff there, or more linear areas than anything else. Then we got the creation engine from Bethesda, which is a shit show for me. Got the latest example with Starfield. Um, what else do we got? We got the EA engine, which is the Frostbite one, if not mistaken. Then you got the Anvil engine from Ubisoft, which is not up to snuff. Even the latest games that are being showing up, Star Wars Outlaws and the Ubisoft Assassin's Creed Shadows, the engines there don't seem to those games don't seem to be pretty good. I don't know if it's lack of I don't know engineers and coders around that, but yeah, the games out there that look good. Frostbite looks pretty good, even though it has its own performance issues. Especially the latest that I played, the Dead Space remake, has some optimization issues there in terms of performance. But other than that, the graphic fidelity and all that stuff seems pretty good in terms of competition. But again, they are proprietary engines to the companies, to the publishers there. So yeah, out of my head, I don't remember any kind of more engines that are out there. But yeah, general access, let's say, um, like on the go engines that anybody can pick up and enter a scheme similar like Unreal Engine. There are any more of those that I can remember. There was the Source engine from Valve, but I never saw at least any kind of huge updates regarding that engine. I think the the latest game that came out with that engine was Counter Strike 2, if not mistaken. I think. So yeah, it would be good that the Valve could pick themselves up, because they already have a good infrastructure in terms of distributing platform. If they ramp up the game engine there, but yeah, I think it's a little bit tricky because of all the infrastructure that you have to have behind that, in terms of engineering and support and all that, just to maintain the engine. I don't know how well it's suited for Valve to enter in that business, but it would be good to have a more competitive market in that sense. But yeah, this is my what I got here to offer regarding my thoughts on the Hunt Showdown and the fact that it is done in CryEngine. We got some tidbits here. Shift Up is working on a port for Celebrate for PC. They already have some job openings for certain things. Usually, it's dedicated to PC development stuff there. And yeah, my only concerns regarding the PC port of this game is the fact that this is a Sony second party studio, And again, all the shenanigans regarding PSN requirements. If they maintain this kind of thing in single player games, this is going to be a shit show for sales, and especially for this kind of smaller studios. They already sold 1 million copies on PlayStation, but if they are getting stifled of the fact that people to play games that Sony publishes on PC to have that limitation on PSN requirement to play the game, this is going to be a shit show. The same thing happened with the Ghost of Tsushima. Even though it has an online component, the focus of the game, the main game is single player, and still is got that requirement on PSN account linking. Again, this is not good, and any kind of game from Sony that has that, I will not recommend, and I'm not being recommended. The only ones that I recommend is the ones that, at least for the time being, at time of recommendation, don't have that requirement. And if they are good games, I'll recommend them when the deals come on that. And lastly, we got some Gamescom news. Supposedly, EA and Paradox and the games are Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, respectively. They will not be at the Gamescom because we already have the exhibitions list stuff there is already finalized, and there is nothing regarding these two games. Again, Dragon Age Veilguard is going to be a shit show because of all the everybody is pansexual and got a lot of the DEI or the DIE checklist stuff there. The gameplay video that it was launched is it's terrible. Not even the gameplay is going to save this game because it's not good. And yeah, even the style that they went for, I don't know what is happening with this kind of DEI kind of games. They all seem like Overwatch in terms of graphic kind of hard work that they're going for, very Overwatchy. So it's kind of simple to do, I don't know, or easier to work with. But yeah, even not even the gameplay is going for in favor of them, trying to launch something with the message there. But yeah, this is going to be a shit show regardless if it was featured or not on Gamescom. And then we got Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. We saw a few months ago some gameplay there. I think they were trying to they showcased the scenario on the game with several ways of going about that scenario, like with different classes, again with different bloodlines, I assume, how you can go about that level. But yeah, I think this game, given that they had a troubled development stage there, I think they changed directors and changed vision of the game itself throughout the years on Paradox. I covered this a few months ago, if not mistaken, the troubled production on this game. The first one, the Masquerade Bloodlines, I think it's a pretty good game, even though it's a very old game for today's standards. Let's say it seems to be a good RPG, and hopefully this one, even if it is delayed because it's not showing up on Gamescom, there at least if it is delayed, the game when it comes out, hopefully it's going to be a good show. But yeah. Basically, this is what I got for at least for the moment. No shows of expected games that should appear because they supposedly have launch dates of this winter. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. This is going to be another completely shit show. The Veilguard. I hope this one is a good one. The vampire game here. But one game that is going to show up is going to be Crimson Desert. It's confirmed by the guys on how they called Pearl Abyss. The conference is going to be playable at Gamescom, which is good. Gamescom is going to be from 21st to 25th of August. I will try to do my best to cover anything interesting coming out of Gamescom. And I'm very interested about this game. Mainly what the trailers that we've been seeing, they seem very interesting in what they're trying to do in terms of approaching open world RPG action game, or I don't know what kind of tags they're going to put on this one. But yeah, I'm very interested. There's some stuff that appeared on those trailers that sparked my curiosity of probably trying this game. But yeah, basically this is it in terms of news. Let's wrap up with some gaming deals. We got Children of Morta around 75% off. We got the Resident Evil franchise is still on sale. I will leave the links of all Resident Evil games there for you to complete your collection. We got Marvel's Midnight Suns, 75% off. Again, this I will probably start off next week introducing some episodes of this new gameplay series that I'm going to do with the Midnight Suns. Again, I managed to claim the base game um, on Epic Game Store when it came out a few months ago, and I'm going to take a chance. It seems pretty interesting there. Also, we got Resident Evil, sorry, Red Dead Redemption 2, 67% off. We got No Man's Sky with the Worlds Update Part 1. Um, Worlds Update, yeah, Worlds Update Part 1. That's what I wanted to say. Again, it's kind of an overall update on the game engine, on like the effects, new stuff that they're being introduced on the game engine by itself. I think they are taking advantage of the new game they are going to be launching somewhere in the future. I completely forgot the name of that game. They are taking advantage of working on that game, and probably I think it's the same game engine, so they are updating in parallel to a certain degree. No Man's Sky, again, this is their big seller. Again, the more eyes people have playing this game, they will be paying attention to the next one, because now they improved a lot since the launch of this game. It was a failed launch, a botched launch, because a lot of the vision that Sean Murray had for this game, it's only now being realized to a certain extent. But yeah, at least they don't are charging for any of the updates, content updates they'll be launching, which is always good. And this is at this moment in time, I can, even though I never played this game, I can recommend it now, especially at this price point, of course. We got also System Shock Remake. Again, if you're not sure if this is a game for you, of the remake of this game, you got the demo here. And Steam made recently some changes here where you can have more options regarding the demo stuff. You can add it to the library without the need to download and install immediately. You can add it to the library in the sense that if you later want to try out, you can do it. You don't have the need to do everything. And I think even after, if you uh, buy the game, the complete version, you still have access to the demo only version. So you don't, the demo is not overridden by the game itself when you buy. I think that they are going to continue to maintain in your library the demo version of the game itself, which is always good. And I think it's a good decision to give more offers in the demo sense of things, and support more demos in games. I think Steam is doing pretty good, because I think it's the best seller of the game itself. It's to provide the demo. I remember in the days of physical media, the magazines, they always have like a CD with certain demos for you to try out, so you can at least know what you are getting into without taking a plunge and buying a full price game. But yeah, and you got also the Outer Worlds. Again, the version that I usually recommend is the non-mandatory corporate sponsored bundle. So basically, try to avoid anything that has to do with this version, like the Spacer's Choice upgrade. I think it's the visual upgrade that I don't think is very well optimized, at least from the reviews that I saw. I think they can do a little bit more work there. Other than that, the game seems pretty good. It's not a very long game, but for the price of 50% off at least, I think it's a good choice for if you like kind of the Fallout New Vegas kind of style games. But again, this is happens in space. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good game. It's one of those that I will eventually try out and see what it's all about. On GG, we got Alien Isolation, the collection. If you don't want to go for the collection, you can buy the base game a little bit cheaper there. We got also then Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut and Deus Ex Mankind Divided Digital Deluxe Edition. Again, this one has all the playable DLC content there for very, very, very cheap. But yeah, again, this is basically the re-upload version of the today's gaming news. I do apologize if you caught up with the echoey version there on the channel. And this is a correction. Again, my overall thoughts are the same. It's not a verbatim for word. But yeah, hopefully this one will reach out to more people in the proper audio version. And then again, my main request here is some feedback regarding the voice audio, if the quality, if it is a little bit better or not. Given that I have a new microphone and I'm trying to get away of tweaking about the settings of the microphone itself. It's very expensive in terms of the settings that I can play with, and I want to get the best possible version of my voice possible to everybody. But yeah, I will wrap up here with a plug on my Patreon for extra support. At this moment in time, the extra support is more for me to get a storage solution, for me to be able to get backups of the stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. So till then, Kunamy Master out.